All right, listen up, y'all. Relationships. They can be a damn roller coaster, right? One day, everything's awesome. The next day, you're like, why the hell am I even here? Whether it's dating, marriage, or whatever your situationship is, it's tough to know if it's good for you or if it's just messing with your head. So today, we're digging into what a healthy relationship actually looks like and what makes a relationship toxic. If you're feeling stuck or confused, or you're wondering if you should bail or stay, sit tight. I got you. I'm breaking it down in the realest, most no BS way, with tips to figure out where your relationship's at and what to do if it's getting sketchy. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the good stuff. What does a healthy relationship actually look like? Here's the kicker. A healthy relationship isn't some fairy tale. If you're thinking it means no fighting, hearts and roses 24/7, well, you're about to be disappointed. Healthy relationships are just real. They're about having that solid foundation where, at the end of the day, you can trust each other, support each other, and feel good about being together. So let's break down some key parts of a healthy relationship. Respect's the freaking cornerstone, all right? It's more than just being polite. It's genuinely caring about each other's feelings, boundaries, and decisions. You're not out here making each other feel like crap or telling each other how to live. In a healthy relationship, you actually value each other's opinions, even when you don't agree. You don't gotta see eye to eye on everything, but you do gotta respect where the other's coming from. I know. Everyone's always saying communication is key, but that's 'cause it is, y'all. Good communication isn't just talking. It's about listening without getting defensive or flipping out. It's being able to say, hey, that hurt me, or I need you to do this differently without worrying that it's going to blow up. Healthy relationships are where you can argue without going for the jugular and have real talks without walking on eggshells. Yo, if you're playing detective in your own relationship, like snooping through texts or having to fact check your partner, trust is out the window. In a healthy setup, you don't spend every night worrying about whether they're lying to you or cheating. You can chill and let them have a life, because trust is rock solid. You know they're going to be there for you, and vice versa. Here's the deal. In a solid relationship, you're each other's hype person. They want to see you win, you want to see them win, and you're there when life punches you both in the face. They're not secretly hoping you fail. They're rooting for you harder than anyone. Last but not least, healthy relationships have space. You still get to be your own person. You're not glued at the hip 24/7. That's not love, that's claustrophobic. In a healthy relationship, you've got your own friends, hobbies, and downtime. You recharge separately, so you don't start resenting each other for breathing. So that's what a healthy relationship looks like. It's far from perfect, but it's a place where you feel safe, supported, and respected, even when things get tough. All right, now for the spicy part. Let's talk about toxic relationships. If a healthy relationship is about support, trust, and respect, a toxic relationship is basically the evil twin. It drains you, it messes with your head, and it leaves you feeling like crap. If you're seeing these signs, it might be time to take a hard look at whether this relationship's worth it. Here are the major red flags. If your partner's always telling you who you can and can't see, what you can and can't wear, where you can and can't go, that's not protective, that's possessive. Healthy love isn't about owning each other. It's about lifting each other up, not locking each other down. A toxic partner will make you feel like you're not good enough, like you're always screwing up. They'll criticize you in ways that make you feel small. In a healthy relationship, your partner builds you up. In a toxic one, they make you feel like you can't do anything right, and you end up questioning your own worth. This one's huge. In toxic relationships, personal boundaries don't exist. Maybe they read your texts without permission, push you to do stuff you're not cool with, or just straight up ignore your boundaries. It's like they don't care about your comfort zone, and it's all about them getting what they want. Look, a little jealousy is normal, sure, but when they're blowing up your phone, demanding to know every detail of your day, or freaking out when you so much as glance at someone else, that's exhausting. You should feel trusted, not like you're always being watched. This one's straight up mind games. Gaslighting is when your partner messes with your reality, like when you call them out on something and they're like, "That never happened," or "You're crazy." They make you doubt your own memory so they don't have to take responsibility for their crap. Ever feel like one day you're on top of the world and the next you're completely gutted? That's emotional whiplash, and it's not passion, it's instability. Real relationships have their ups and downs, sure, but you shouldn't be on a constant roller coaster of emotional extremes. So, how do you know if your relationship is healthy, toxic, or somewhere in between? Here's a trick for you. Check in with yourself and be brutally honest. Ask yourself, how do I feel most of the time? If you're more often stressed, anxious, or doubting yourself than you are happy and at peace, something's off. A relationship doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's got you feeling low more often than high, it's worth thinking about whether this is where you really want to be. Life's too damn short to spend it with someone who makes you miserable. All right, let's say you're seeing some red flags, but you're not ready to throw in the towel. Here's some stuff you can actually do to build a healthier relationship. Start with the real talk. If you've been bottling up feelings, it's time to let it out. Sit down with your partner, tell them what you need, and give them the space to do the same. Look, it's awkward as hell at first, but honest conversations are the backbone of any healthy relationship. Boundaries are like your personal rule book. They're non-negotiable, and both you and your partner need to know them and respect them. Maybe you need a few hours of alone time each week, or you need them to not mess with your phone. Whatever it is, talk about it. Building trust is all about consistency. If you say you'll be somewhere or do something, do it. The little actions add up, and that's what builds rock-solid trust over time. This one's about give and take. Both people need to feel valued, supported, and like they're getting as much as they're giving. It's not about keeping score, but it should feel mutual. If one person's doing all the heavy lifting, it's gonna crumble. Look, arguments happen, but there's a right way to do it. No name calling, no digging up the past, and no petty crap. Focus on the issue, not on winning. The goal's to solve the problem, not to destroy each other. All right, now here's the hard truth: knowing when to walk away. If you're in a toxic relationship and you've tried it all, the talking, the boundaries, the one last chance, and nothing's changed, it's time to go. Look, staying in a toxic relationship is like clinging to a sinking ship. It's only taking you down with it. Walking away is hard, no doubt, but it's also one of the strongest, most badass moves you can make. You're saying, I choose me, and that's something nobody can take from you. So, you left a toxic relationship. What does healing look like? Here's how to know you're on the right path. When you're finally out of a toxic situation, it's like breathing fresh air for the first time. You don't feel on edge 24/7, and that calm is a beautiful thing. Toxic relationships can make you lose who you are. Healing is about rediscovering yourself, your hobbies, your friends, the things you love. It's about reconnecting with you. Healing isn't about hating the past. It's about learning from it. You get clear on what you don't want, and you set a higher standard for your future relationships. This is big. After a toxic relationship, you learn how to be there for yourself. You start to realize that you don't need anyone else's approval to feel good about who you are. Self-love becomes your new vibe. All right, y'all, that's it for today. Relationships are messy and complicated, but knowing the difference between healthy and toxic, that's the game changer. So if you're in a great relationship, keep working on it. If it's toxic, don't be afraid to make the hard call and choose yourself. If this helped you out, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, or hit that like button. And if you're down for more real talk, hit subscribe, and let's keep figuring out this wild thing called life together. Thanks for hanging with me. Now go make some good choices, all right?